Secret Wars, the epic reboot that would take us from Marvel Now, which we understood and enjoyed, into the all-new, all-different Marvel Universe, which seems to have fewer characters, confusing story arc twists, and makes about as much sense as cutting off one leg so you weigh less and run faster. It was supposed to start and end in 2015, but after a delayed release and an unexpected extra issue, it lasted into January 2016. Marvel killed off awesome established characters and seems to have tried to re-establish some that should have died a long time ago, leaving most of us with a severe case of WTH syndrome. I'm Walt, the most gangster nerd on YouTube, and I'm looking at 7 confusing things that happened during Secret Wars. Where was Deadpool? Deadpool is without a doubt the most popular character currently in Marvel Comics. Even though Fox owns the movie rights to Deadpool, and as we've seen with the Fantastic Four, that can mean a death sentence, no matter how pivotal you were in the birth and rise of Marvel Comics. Deadpool is nowhere to be found during the main Secret Wars story arc. After a rather disappointing death in Deadpool 250, which we see him, his family, and friends all die during the final incursion with the Ultimate Universe, he is one of the very few Marvel characters that Dr. Godking Doom didn't magically bring back to life. We do see what seems like Deadpool in the 4-issue Secret Wars tie-in Miss Deadpool and the Howling Commandos, in which the ghost of Deadpool is narrating the story. However, this Deadpool lost the epic fight between him and Dracula, and was therefore killed by Dracula. Now this is a major foul-up, and can't just be retconned or an alternate universe, because any comic nerd who is up on their Deadpool knows that all the other Deadpools in the multiverse were wiped out in the 4-issue ending of the Deadpool trilogy, Deadpool Kills Deadpool. Now, we were treated to Deadpool's Secret Wars, which was Deadpool being inserted into the original Secret Wars event from 1984, but all in all, Secret Wars should have had Deadpool. Senator Robert Kelly is a Baron. Oh no, not that one. That one. Robert Kelly is a jerk-face hater who has an unnatural hatred of the X-Men because they're mutants. He looks like Robert Redford and Glenn Beck had a hate-filled love child, and he's basically a comic book David Duke. He has spent most of his comic existence trying very hard to make the X-Men very miserable, so Dr. Godking Doom, who has a well-documented hatred of failure, naturally makes him a Baron for the X-Men 92 territory of Battleworld. What's more confusing is that he actually played a good guy. The bad guy is Shadow King, masquerading as Cassandra Nova, and then there's the X-Sentinel. Whoa. Either way, it was rather odd for some of us out here, and though not at all a letdown, not exactly a home run either. Ben Grimm the Thing is a giant wall. In Battleworld, there are 3 forbidden zones. They are separated from the rest of Battleworld by a giant wall called the Shield. Now, there we go. Now, we don't find out that this shield is actually the Thing until Secret Wars 6, and I don't think we ever get any real reason on how the Thing got so large as to be big enough to separate the Forbidden Zones from the rest of Battleworld. Along with that, during a very interesting talk with Thanos, the awesome purple badass, Thing is reminded that he was once a hero and fought against Godking Doom, which means he somehow forgot, but was still able to remember being a hero. What now? Anyways, after this conversation, he decides to stand up, which levels a large section of the wall, but not the entire thing. So, Thing is the wall, or like a brick in the wall? It's hard to say, which segues nicely right into the next thing. The Forbidden Zones. Now, if I created a world from the shattered pieces of former universes, I like to think if there was something I didn't want or would cause a direct threat to me, I would get rid of it. But okay, I'm getting tired of this guy's ignorance. Godking Doom, dude's so full of it, decides to keep 3 entities that were notoriously dangerous. The Marvel Zombies, the Ultron Robots, and the Annihilation Wave. The zombies try to eat everyone, the robots want to assimilate everyone, and the annihilation wave wants to, well, annihilate everyone. So instead of getting rid of them, he puts them behind a giant wall that hopefully nothing will happen to. But in comics, Murphy's Law is constantly proving itself, and of course, the wall decides to get up and walk away. And God Doom, well, he has even bigger problems now. The Black Panther and Submariner bromance. Well, bromance is a bit much. These two have had problems in the past. During the Avengers vs. X-Men story arc, Submariner would attack and to an extent destroy Wakanda, Black Panther's kingdom, killing many civilians. However, Black Panther would follow suit later on and also attack Atlantis, the Submariner's kingdom. Fast forward to the New Avengers number 2, and we see Black Panther promise to kill Submariner after they solve their problem of the incursions. During one of the incursions, the Illuminati, which is a group both characters have belonged to at one point or another, decide they're going to destroy an inhabited Earth. Black Panther says he will do it, but can't. Submariner does it, and in a sense shows that the Black Panther is weak. Afterwards, the Submariner is kicked out of the Illuminati. Fast forward, and Submariner approaches the Illuminati again for help with a different group he helped create, the Cabal. The Illuminati hatch a plan that during the next incursion, Submariner will lead the Cabal to the alternate Earth, and when the Illuminati attempt to destroy the world, the Cabal will be taken out. However, Black Panther and Black Bolt, who were lying in wait, attack, stab, and leave the Submariner to die on the planet with the Cabal. However, they were not successful. Now with this history, it would be safe to say they would kill each other on sight, now that they're both on Battleworld in Secret Wars. But during a battle between the Thor Corps and the Cabal, the survivors of Earth 616 universe show up, and afterwards Doctor Strange teleports everyone away before they can be killed by God Doom, getting himself killed in the process. Guess which two heroes are teleported to the same place? You named it, Black Panther and Submariner. They first go to the Isle of Agamotto, where they receive the Siege Courageous and the Infinity Gauntlet. More on those in a moment. They then travel back to the Shield, destroy a section, and gather an army of zombies to lead into the battle against the forces of, well, everyone else in Battleworld. They also have this real awesome intro into the battlefield together. They then engage God Doom and quickly catch a beatdown together. The Future Imperfect tie-in. The Future Imperfect tie-in is awesome. It's set in a region of Battleworld named Dystopia. The Baron of the region is the Maestro, an overly aggressive combination of Hulk Hogan, Neil deGrasse Tyson, and the Green Giant. No, not really. The Maestro is actually a version of the Hulk from an alternate universe where the Hulk has survived after a nuclear holocaust has taken out all the other heroes and a large number of civilians. Thus he becomes a vicious king. Now in the Future Imperfect tie-in, Maestro is again a vicious and overbearing king figure. The people of Dystopia are rebelling against this, and the tie-in opens up with Maestro, disguised as Odin Thor, making contact with a woman named Ruby. Now this Ruby happens to be Ruby Summers from the Lucas Bishop timeline. She then brings him to the Rebel base. The Rebels bring him in, and at what is possibly the last second discover that, whoops, he's not Odin, he's Maestro, whoops. Maestro then pummels and destroys everything, and he then comes across and quickly makes short work of the leader of the rebellion, the Thing. Oh, not the one you're thinking of. No, a thing I have never heard of. This Thing is actually Thunderbolt Ross instead of Ben Grimm. Later we find out about the Destroyer armor, a magical Asgardian armor that mythically gives its possessor ultimate power. More on this in a moment. So Maestro and company, which now includes Thunderbolt Thing, they find a blindfolded Asgardian named Hoder. He tells them that it's in Norheim, and how to get there, that it's guarded by rock trolls and the Ancient One. Once arriving, we meet Ulick the Troll and his rock trolls, and after beating Ulick to the point of death, we move on to find the Ancient One. No, not the one that mentored and trained Doctor Strange, but a different Ancient One. Rick Jones. Yeah, the one that Bruce Banner was trying to save when the Gamma Bomb went off. Either way, he allows Maestro to get the armor, who quickly puts it on because apparently Doom is on his way there. After a awesome and quick fight, Maestro is taking out Doom, but wait, there's a twist. Doom was never there. The armor just allowed Maestro to think he took out Doom and took over. In reality, he's just sitting there, and will apparently until he dies. Now, the tie-in is awesome, a little overdone, but the confusing thing is that in Secret Wars issue 7, which came out after Future Imperfect ended, Maestro is shown as both still acting as a Baron of God Doom, but also, later in the issue, he leads his army of World-Breaker Hulks into battle against the Barons who were still loyal to Doom. He is later destroyed by the Thing. The problem is there's no explanation on why Maestro showed up in the battle if he was still hallucinating in Nornheim with the Destroyer armor on, and this couldn't have happened because the Thing very clearly destroyed Maestro and his large ship, so it couldn't have happened before the end of the tie-in. The magical items in Battleworld: the Scepter of the Mana Core, the Infinity Gauntlet, the Siege Courageous, the Destroyer Armor. In Miss Deadpool and the Howling Commandos, they're after the Scepter of the Manticore. They need it to overthrow and yeah, all that. Same thing with the Infinity Gauntlet. It can kill off the Marvel Zombies' hunger. It can injure God, Doom, etc. The Siege Courageous, which I always thought was something else, not really. Robert Comics explained what it was. It was the first time I'd ever heard of it. And the Destroyer Armor, which was really just a hallucinant for superheroes. The point is, if these items were able to cause a problem, why would God Doom keep them around? Was it like a testimony to his vanity and pride? That he thought he would be able to take anyone? It's kind of confusing. And at the same time, they all prove to be overrated. Miss Deadpool and the Howling Commandos all get killed by the Thor Corps. Black Panther gets beat down pretty bad by Doom. The Siege Courageous really only serves as a mass teleporter. And the Destroyer Armor, well, I'm not really sure what the point of that was at all. In conclusion, the Secret Wars event was good. Great even. A lot of awesome stuff did occur. We've seen Doom, or Godking Doom, totally destroy Thanos. We've seen Reed Richards from the Ultimate Universe and from Earth 616 work together. Same with Miles Morales and Peter Parker teaming up. We've seen Groot be regrown and completely destroy Doom's castle, and the epic final showdown between Mr. Fantastic and Doom. There were multiple nerdgasms to be had by all. So, do you agree that these examples don't make sense? Did I miss something? Let me know in the comments below. I'm Walt, the most gangster nerd on YouTube, and I'll see you around.